Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you can see, I'm finishing up a quick dinner here.
Is that peas? Is that
Peas and carrots,
peas?
man.
Pe- Is
Peas
that
and
all you're eating? Are you vegetarian?
carrots. No, I just had a butter crusted chicken that I semi burnt earlier, so
Oh,
a little bit of everything.
okay, good. I was
A
judging
little bit
you.
here.
'Cause
Oh, it's okay.
I'm
It's
okay with
okay. Hey,
vegetarians,
it's
but I judge them.
it's kid season, so we're all in a judgy mood here, right?
Yeah, that's what we do.
I said nothing else.
We're professional judges. Once we get paid,
We're
we'll become professional judges.
we did. Let's say we did more likely we did asked to be judges. Currently, we don't get paid to.
All right, we're semi-pro.
Semi-pro. So
I believe in us.
once,
One day we'll make
as
it
I
to the big
mentioned
leagues.
in one day, ESPN, you better be listening. Um, no.
It'll just be
Yeah. So
you
as
and
I
Luis
mentioned in
Gomez
last night's Kit
hosting.
season episode, hey, tripping. I'm down. Kit
Exactly.
season edition. As I mentioned last night on Kid Season, tonight's episode's a very special one. Not special, but a odd one. Oh, yeah, a special one. I'm gonna go with that.
It's special. It's a
Where
special
we are,
edition.
yeah, special edition, where we're gonna talk about. If you haven't got the hints from our both of us wear national team kits, Copa America going on tonight, as well as the game going on in my living room behind me. So tonight we got some fun stuff. It'll be a little bit different format because there are 16 teams and we're not going to rate 32 hits in one day. So we decided to do a tier list. So we got a list that I did, list that Fox did, and then a composite of the two to see how we rated them overall. So that's some good stuff. I even have the numbers right here, so I can even tell you the specific number on kind of what they are. So
Love it.
but before we get started here, as always, I want to give a shout out to our Patreons down below. John Hunt, Frank Anthony, Aaron J, Christopher Cohn, Harry Austin, John Fuller, Michael Fuchs, Joshua Duder, Noah Telford, Alberto Aguilar, Jeremy Churchman, Stephen Howard, Ryan Lacara, Tim Knox, NF Reg 30. I always botched that one. MOS, Kunal Patel, and obviously to our sponsor up here, Goals TV, for sponsoring this.
We love you.
Bam. I also pulled out the Kit Season stuff in the background, so I love
Yeah.
it. So yes, best way to support us is to join our Patreon, talk with us on Discord, and follow us on all the socials to keep up to date with us. All right. So since I said this is going to be a little bit of a different feel, before we get into our list, though, you want to at least give me your initial thoughts on some of the kits that you've seen, at least kind of what you're feeling going into this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like overall it's been a pretty good season with the kids. I feel like teams are finally willing to put in the effort, I guess, per se. And I liked our interview. We talked with, was it with Dieza or was it with Equip? But they're talking about with national team kids, you can't. It's hard
Both.
to It was both. Yeah, it's hard to utilize everything from a nation. Think about America. We're 5 different nations all
Right.
within ourselves. So
No,
if you made one with the
we
desert
should
on
be
it
at
or
least
something like that.
50.
Yeah,
All
right.
right.
But if you put the desert on the kit, people living out in New York aren't that doesn't represent me. So it's hard to get specifics and what represents America. So I get why they go a little bit safer, plainer, and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of kids now are, trying. I feel like Adidas has really been showing up, especially last World Cup, Women's World Cup, and then this year.
Which is weird. Which
I
is
know
weird though, because normally
the
we
irony
don't
from what
say
we talked.
Adidas stepped
Yeah.
up, but for some reason on the national stage, they're just like, that those templates that we did, let's bump them up a little bit and make them actually
Right.
look cool. So like, we're not rating the Euros here because we're not CONCACAF. But what
Right.
they did with Italy is very subtle, and I very like it. How the three stripes are three different colors.
Yeah. It's the Italian
That's
flag.
kind of nice. Like it's a simple thing, but it looks really sharp, right?
Agreed.
I don't know.
And
I don't know.
one of my favorite players is Italian. I don't think he plays for the squad. I think he used to, but Vincenzo Grifo. It's my boy right there.
My
He's for
wife loves
SC.
Giovanni Buffon. She always laughs.
Buffon.
Eric might say that name. Yeah,
I'm
the
pretty sure
Buffon.
I might have a slab of. If I don't, I need to.
Oh.
Because I have a nice out of 99 autograph from Grifo that I'm pretty sure. No, I got a Pedersen autograph, which I really like too. I need to get that. Anyways, already
Yes.
already
Anyways,
fallen off.
are we divergent here? Hey, we're 7 minutes in, so we should be a quickish episode here. So
Right.
I'm gonna dive right into this. Here's my little slideshow that I put together because I didn't know how to present these images that we downloaded. So, yay for graphic design. Graphic design's my passion. Anyways, the very first slide here, this is Spots's. Oh, and we should find some way to link you to the one that we use so then we can get your thoughts as well. Maybe you want to tweet that out. I think you have the link. I think we texted each other it. Yeah, so if you want to do your own ranking and kind of let us know how you did, this is kind of how, this is the one that we've used. So let us know your thoughts here.
Go into X real quick. Go into that. Click on this. Tell us your thoughts. That's not what I said. Thoughts. There we go. All right. So yeah, so it goes from top to bottom.
Right.
S is the super, D is the meh, or the blah. I feel like you can kind of see a theme with how I feel about stuff. You know, typically like the plain white shirts, even like the C's, like just like the plain red shirts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of bore me. Let's be completely honest. So
without looking, if you knew Fox and I watched the show, you could probably tell this was his compared to mine.
right.
I just noticed that myself. So this makes sense, but I just wanted to say that before we get started.
Yeah, I will say kind of the hard thing about this like system is that it's kind of hard to tell which nation is which.
Yeah,
which kid is which nations and stuff like that.
I think I sent you a great thread that I found that had all these kits on Twitter. I had sent you it. I believe so. Wait, no, it's right here. I had sent you it. Yeah, by Jake Shirts, a very good thread. That for me outlined all those same exact images with the kit. So I was able to go group by group. So there are some great threads out there that people actually were very good at.
Yeah, and actually, I got all these images from Football Archive. So they're I like how so you can actually vote on Football Archive as well, and the lowest ranked ones are just the Mexico and Chile goalkeeper kits.
Really? That's the
And
lowest.
the modern, yeah, that's the ones that like people downvote it. And not surprisingly, because you know how people hate stuff, number 3 is the USA away 2, which is just it's the blue kit, which is in my super, but it's the one with the pride numbers.
Okay, so that makes sense.
So the one with the
It's the
pride
reason they
numbers
lost to
got.
Colombia.
No, I was not surprised at all when we lost to Colombia.
I don't know why that deserves its own kit.
Like,
That's weird. No, and if
yeah,
anyone paid
they
attention,
put
you
special
you would
kids,
know that, right?
right? Yeah, like people like act like Colombia's not a really good team. Like most
They're
of
the
the time,
hottest
like
team in
we've
South
lost.
America right now.
Yeah, we've lost to Colombia for like the last 5 games we've played against them. So I wasn't shocked at
Yeah,
all.
and that's most of South America,
Yeah.
right? Like the U.S. is not good outside of CONCACAF, so it should not be a surprise when we face an actual really good team. And CONMEBOL has a lot more really good teams.
Oh, for sure.
CONCACAF struggles.
Yeah. And like I feel like people are gonna wake up watching that this year with the fact that like we're in Copa America, which typically we're not. So people are gonna wake up and see like, oh,
Right.
like all
It,
these new soccer fans. Like I will say, like that's kind of the nice thing about the MLS. It is bringing new fans. It is. I hate saying it because especially as a fan of like where St. Louis was, and now
mm-hmm.
we have the MLS team, and I feel like there's a lot of, I call them, they're the new fans. They're green, but then they start paying attention to the national team, and then they think
Yeah.
it's like the Olympics where we're USA MFers and just win everything. I'm like, no, we are dang average, and we have a
Right.
bad coach too that likes to just sit on the ball and doesn't want his players to shoot. We will go
I
up,
was
we'll go side horizontal the entire game inside our box, but not like Guardiola. Like we're not playing possession games. Like we're literally just passing it back and forth.
it's no tiki taka. It's no tiki
Right.
taka. No, I was actually telling my wife. Um, I was trying to tell her like what does she expect from us, and I told her I'm like we're a Concacaf 13 playing against a CONMEBOL 15. Those are two very different ratings. Like a CONCACAF
Right.
13 or whatever US is, I think for 13th, is a very different because of
Yeah.
CONCACAF than it is compared to an Uruguay who's technically lower than us but are significantly better. So
Yeah, and I don't.
I
I
said
hate
that I
those
told her
FIFA
I'm like an
ratings too.
Uruguay 14 is better. Everyone does, but they are
Yeah.
what they are and they're deceptive. So I usually just go with who's good in their region, and yeah, it's not close. But I will say, for the most part, though, I think CONCACAF, from a kit perspective, has some really nice ones comparatively speaking. Um,
Yeah.
they predominantly punch above their weight. We also know the favorites here that we all know and love from everywhere, but CONCACAF punches above its weight a bit.
A little bit, and I feel like they should. It's kind of like when we talk about USL League Two. Like we're like, you have the opportunity to have fun and be free with it, and like Jamaica does that. Jamaica's on my S tier. Um, and I mean USA. This is the first year I really felt like, oh, that's really cool. I like this one that I'm wearing. It's kind of fun, and
Yes, it
I
is.
liked last year this last World Cup blue with the center badge. A lot of people were weird about center badges, but I like center badges.
I actually like the white one better, but that's me.
I like the white ones, but they were kind of plain.
Flatter.
I actually like this year's white ones better, personally. And I think it's the collar. And that's in my B tier list,
I
as you can
think so
see
too.
there.
Yeah.
And but yeah, Uruguay, not Uruguay, sorry, Paraguay really showed up for me this year. Paraguay.
Yeah.
Paraguay. I really like
They
that the away blues. And actually I really like the home too, but it reminds me a little too much of the USA stripes. Peru.
mm. I honestly my thought was Chivas more than USA.
Oh yeah, you're right too.
Like Guadalajara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Casaba Melon says Peru always S plus tier. So what makes you say that though? Like, is it just the
See,
sleeves?
well,
Because
I can see
honestly,
like
I'm not a huge fan. Like they're wearing
per,
it right now. I'm not a huge fan of the. I'm okay with the
like
sash. I like the red sash, but the
I think I
gold
kind of
throws me off.
they don't need ooh. Yeah, see, it's always classic. It's unchanged.
Yeah,
Some teams are just that way. Peru, I think Brazil's that. Argentina's in that. Sorry, home kids, and I would even throw Uruguay up there. You don't really have to mess theirs up. Their color just looks really good, and you don't have to do anything with it. And some of those just look really good. So
but see, like I'm just looking at some of the Peru home kits, and like you said, they are unchanged. They are all like with the red sash,
yeah.
but like this year's Adidas's, I don't like because it has that gold Adidas, and I don't know if there's a reason behind it. There might be a reason behind it. Uh, Onios Semperi is on the back collar, so I don't know if it's an anniversary or something.
Say that one more time.
Uh, Oniodos, Onidos Semperi. As
Yeah, I think that's the 100th anniversary.
so maybe that explains it. Oh, apparently that's we test dozens of people annually. Well, that's not what I want. Okay, translate. But yeah, anyway, so like, but it's kind of just like I like the fact that it does that. This is always together.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm not a
Yeah.
huge fan of the gold stripes and the gold Adidas logo.
See, I think we had kind of elaborated on this when we had done, I think, some other USA shows. The Rate the Art kits.
Right.
The US doesn't really have that classic look, right?
Yeah.
Almost every news cycle, it's completely different, which is fine. And I think that's kind of our stick now.
Yeah.
But like a lot of teams, they've been doing like the sash there for Ecuador or Peru for a very long time. And other countries like Canada, US, Jamaica, we're a little bit newer. So we don't quite have that steep tradition.
Yeah.
So that,
I mean,
as
like
we
those
alluded to, might
Argentina
allow them to be
kits.
a little bit more creative.
Like when you see those Argentina kits,
Hmm.
like when you see those blue and white vertical
Yeah,
stripes, you're like, oh, that's Argentina kit automatically.
easy. Yeah,
And I always like it.
exactly.
And I'm not a huge like Messi. Like I mean, I love Messi. I think he's great. I think the hype around him with the MLS is annoying because people act like the MLS is better than it is now because he's in it. But yeah, I do like. And this see the gold on this makes sense to me because like they just won the World Cup, so it has the World Cup badge in the middle. It's like um, the gold
Hmm.
logo, the gold badge, everything. That makes sense to me. The gold stripes. So just on
Yeah,
that, um, on the Uruguay kit, it makes no sense just to me.
yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, as you can see
So
with mine,
let's
like
just
I
very
like the fun
briefly.
ones.
Yeah, you do, which makes sense to you, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Everything
I
that's a
like
little more
fun stuff.
creative from our kid season here. Yeah, you like a little bit of fun jazz. So just for those who can't see this here, Fox's top tier. I'm just going to rate the S for you because you got four of them
Yeah,
here. Is the USA? I think this is the away technically.
yeah, the away blues.
Yeah, the Blues the away. USA away, the Paraguay away, the Jamaica away, because I believe the yellow's the home,
Yeah, yep, Jamaica away, and then Argentina home.
and then yeah, so then Argentina home, with some notables in the tier below: Peru, Jamaica away, Brazil home and away, both Mexican kits, Costa Rica, and then Argentina away. So So
I
those are
always
obviously the
hate
ones that you like. We have the ones in the middle.
I
What?
always hate how much I like Mexico kits. Like I even jokingly got on my wife because she found like a little Mexico soccer thing. Like it's kind of like a for the boys, but she only found one, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if the boys are gonna wear that. She's like, but it's soccer. I'm like, but it's Mexico. So,
Mexico, though, right?
yeah, it's like it's our biggest rivals. It's like I'm a huge UK fan. It's like if she bought the boys like a University of Louisville shirt or
Right.
something. But at least that would make a
Sacrilegious.
little bit of sense because she actually went to the University of Louisville.
A little bit.
So there'd be some logic to having a U of L, but it's not like she's sitting there like go Cards all the time. It was just her doctor program. Wasn't the fun undergrad stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So let's see yours. What'd you say?
Oh yeah. 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 Um, if you know me, this is more on par. Saints are more mid for me, a little bit more, and I like the ones that are actually really good, in my opinion. Top my list is obviously that Jamaican away. That is just a beautiful tit. That Jamaican tit. I don't know what they're doing there in Jamaica. I actually when I went on my cruise with my in-laws, we went down to Jamaica. I searched everywhere for a Jamaican tit. Couldn't find them anywhere. I was a little disappointed, but I
Yeah,
wanted one.
I feel like it's that way a lot. Like when I went to Puerto Rico, I was looking for like they have like really cool Puerto Rico baseball stuff. I was looking for some real ones. You just can't find them
Oh
anywhere.
yeah.
You could find baseball jerseys.
No, you couldn't.
Like I mean, I could find Puerto Rico
Yeah.
baseball jerseys, but I couldn't find official Puerto Rico baseball
I
jerseys.
found a bunch of Neymar Jr. knockoffs and Messi knockoffs. So I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
this is not a tourist trap at all. Love it.
right. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, right beside Jamaica, the away, is also the Argentina home. There's just something instant classic about that Argentina kit. And now they added in some gold top tier. And then one of my favorites, I can never explain it from a color palette perspective. Brazil should not have a good looking kit. Green, yellow, and blue should not go together. But yet they rock it and everyone loves it. It's not S
Yeah,
tier, but you always know it's Brazil when you see the yellow shirts. And even as, Costa Millen pointed out here, the away blues. Even though they're not high on my list, you always know that's them. You don't even have to know what's going on. That's Brazil. I give them a little bit
yeah.
of shout out.
I actually really like both of Brazil's kits this year, and the yellow is almost like a faded yellow, and then the blues
Yeah.
have like that the waves and stuff like that with the teal
Mm-hmm.
collar. So I really like everything Brazil came out with this year. Good job, Nike. You
Good
actually did.
job.
And it's a simple design. It's nothing
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have the exact same goalkeeper uh, kits as we do.
Yep.
Because that's what
Which is
everybody does
pretty
now.
typical, I think, amongst teams, right?
It's one of those things like I
Um,
get it.
I will
I
give a
just
few others.
don't agree with it.
Hey, well, I've been an advocate for having third kits for national teams. Apparently, there's a rule against that, so we won't see third kits, which is unfortunate. So,
Oh,
like for the U.S., a one red, one white, and one blue. Can't be doing that apparently, according to FIFA. It's similar to like what MLS says, where it's a dark and a light kit. Same thing here,
yeah.
but from FIFA. But
Interesting.
yeah, so besides those, yeah, the more you learn.
Right.
I also want to give a quick shout out to obviously we talked about the Mexico kit, but Costa Rica, their away kit, it looks sharp. Like it's a little underrated in my opinion. It's a template, but I like it. It's really good looking. It's almost like a cloud, almost
Yeah.
camouflage, somewhere between type pattern. I think it just looks really good. Much like the if you've noticed here, at least on my side, I like a lot of the away kits better than the home kits, such as like the Mexico and the Peru kit as well. And then obviously the Paraguay kit that Fox was super with. So
I will give a special shout out though to the Canada away kit. I forgot where I rated it. Go back real quick. See where I put that.
yeah,
I might have to change my rankings.
it's a B.
It's in the B. Okay, it's a B. That's fine. But I really like what they did with the pinstripes just down the center. And then they've been using that classic Nike logo, and that's fun to me. I like that they're making it look like a 90s kit almost.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like an off-white. It doesn't look exactly white either. So I actually really like, and it's on the back. It's not just a plain white back. It has the stripes down the back. So I really like the pinstripes and stuff that they did.
Mm-hmm. I will say though, speaking of Canada, as I'm rocking Canadian stuff right now, their away kit is significantly better than the home kit. The home kit's not even good looking. I think the only thing off.
the only thing I can give it is that it's a center badge, but the rest of it's red with dark red. Oh, they tried to do the collar thing.
Nike.
Yeah, with the white
they
Nike.
Did that too, but also the white Nike. It just throws everything off. It doesn't look good. I like this. This is my favorite Canadian kit. As you can tell, it has a maple leaves swoon in, very similar to the USA's flag one, the red one that they wore. I think 20.
Yeah.
I can't remember, 2016 then it was. So same that design, but this is their best version. That red one is not good. They've been pretty. So I always like to complain about USA's kits being a little bit dull. I just got to look at Canada, and they're even worse than ours. So
yeah,
it makes me feel a little bit better than about what we got here in the U.S. It doesn't mean I like it, but a little bit of perspective there. So
better than that.
But yeah,
I guess.
Yes, low bar there. But yeah, so this is kind of my list here. Lots of white t-shirts down below. As we mentioned earlier, the Peru home kit is a good-looking kit, but to me, it's not quite up there. I actually like the Uruguay kit a little bit better. Just fun little history. I actually had a football manager save. Yes, this is very random, but I was a second division team in Uruguay. I got promoted to the top division. If you don't know about Uruguayan soccer, it's basically ran by two teams, Peñarol and Nacional. So I eventually broke that monopoly and made it my own, took over Uruguay, and then actually became the national team manager in my save and won a World Cup. So Uruguay always has a little special place that I want to visit.
Aren't those two teams like the same team, like ownership or something like that? No, okay.
Not that I know of. I just know that they pretty much have a stranglehold on it.
Right. I could swear I remember seeing like some sort of documentary, but that could have been a completely different country or whatever, a completely different thing.
Yeah. I just know it's chaos there, and I finally beat it. My football manager save enough for me to become a World Cup manager and winning manager. My first time I ever did that. So Uruguay has a little bit of a soft spot in my heart for me. So.
Sorry, mess with my camera.
I know you are. So I also really like the I think the Bolivia away kit. That's a nice little fun top pattern there. We didn't really talk about Bolivia much. I might be able to see that this Sunday. We'll have to see which kit they rock out with. My guess is that they're going to probably be wearing the green.
Yeah, I like the green sleeves.
Yeah,
I mean the sleeves on the green.
To me, it elevates it higher than past the normal basic looking ones. Yes, I put the USA ones down at this level too, but whatever. You go to our composite and it'll average out just fine.
Well,
speaking of which, what? like you're like slightly delayed on me, and so
Oh, I
it's
feel like I am
it's
too.
throwing
Like
off
I
my
feel like
timing.
I
It's
don't know
better
what's going
now.
on.
It's
Yeah, I
better
feel like every
now.
once in a
I don't
while we both
I don't know.
like I hear you get choppy, and then I'm like, oh, I'm probably off on him right now. So who knows?
Right. I don't know.
S- Internet stuff.
But what we do know is internet's fun, right? But the next part here is our composite averages here. So I couldn't quite do a tier system. What I did was I put them into based off the numbers. So a S tier was a 5, uh, A was a 4, B3, D2, C2, D1. And then averaged our two scores together, and this is kind of what you get from our team here. Obviously, the Argentina home and Jamaican home away to us per top tier. And then we also have the Paraguay away at a 4.5 because we both have them either an F or an A. So good stuff here. And see, the US away kit does get a 4 rating, which is a very solid kit, much better than what we've gotten in years past. So the math average is out there.
Yay, math.
But yeah, so we can certainly, yay math. So I can definitely send this to you, thoughts, so we can post it. So we can actually kind of show people our thoughts on the rankings as well as our individual. I'll send you all 3 images. Actually, you already have the other image. So
Yeah, I have the
I'll
other
send you
two.
this image, and we can kind of get every. That's right, yeah. So we can get all y'all's thoughts here and see kind of how we did, how much you hate it, and yeah, this is pretty much. I wanted to talk Copa America a lot because obviously it's being hosted here in the U.S. and we got to hype it up. But also, I'm also going to a game, so
Yeah,
I wanted to
jealous.
talk Kits a little bit before I left. A little
Super
bit.
upset about that.
Hey,
Not gonna take me
we're
to
gonna be in the
Texas.
nosebleeds.
Hey, that's where the fun
I
is.
mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We're in section 4 in Arlington, so it's a big stadium. So we'll see. We'll see how good our view actually gets. So
Yeah, make sure to take photos. I kind of just want to see where you're at.
yeah. Any final thoughts?
No, it's
Oh,
been fun watching Copa this
dude,
year
I'm
as
gonna take
well.
so many photos. I try to get at center. Yeah, it will be. Thank you, Kata. Bam. I'll be safe travels. I leave tomorrow and I'll be back Monday. So very
Yay.
quick little turnaround for me. Any final thoughts for you before we get into we gotta have a kit show off?
No, it's been
USA is a
fun.
5. Ooh, Michael chimed in. There it is.
Hey, terrible USA is a 5. That's right. That's right. That's what I said, Michael. That's what I said. It's a S for me.
It was a 5
I
for Fox and it was a 3 for me. So it averaged out to a 5.
I
Even
really
a 4.
like how they did with the away kit because I feel like they kind of always have the away whites, but I like what they did with the collar.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they look sharp. They're probably my favorites that they've done. I think to me that's a low bar for them. Me having one that's high like this as a 4 is good for me for US hits. I have a high standard for them. Especially given what we got for the World Cup. I was not happy with some of their inspiration. Um, so seeing these is a much better effort in my opinion. So
Blue?
improvement for
You
me.
don't like you don't like blue as an inspiration?
No.
I just feel like that was it. It was like,
it
and it's blue.
and it's blue. Yeah, that's it. And I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, I will say, bonus points to this away kit for the USA is that they can wear both red and blue shorts, or red and white. I can't remember, but it looks good with the red shorts, and I like that.
I again with the home kit though, the short matching, the whole design
Hmm.
is a lot of fun. How they did that to where like it slides into from the hip into the shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. More internet problems, right? As
yeah,
well.
it happens. I'm just gonna.
Just gonna freeze there. But yeah, any last comments before we get into a little show off? This is a quick episode for us. It's only 36 minutes. It's just a
I'm
fun little
used to
special
that.
Friday night here with the KitSZN team.
Just nothing special besides talking about this amazing kit right here. USA baby, USA. I want to say this might have been the first year I did my stream. I got this
Oh,
and this had like combo
nice.
to kind of show off for everybody. I feel like it's a nice combo. I will say the only thing that I feel like could have made
Yeah.
one thing I don't like about like what USA has been doing is like working with Navy so much. Like I feel like that's not our flag. That's why I like our new one so much because it's more that
Mm.
royal type blue, and I feel like that
Yeah.
matches our American flag a lot more than the Navy. Like this looks nice, but like I just wonder how much more pop it would have been if it would have went
Mm.
with the like navy or sorry
The
royal
other
blue
blue,
instead of
royal.
a
Yeah.
yeah
I I think that this is just my thought. A lot of the U.S. stuff looks takes a lot of cues from the Olympics, and the Olympics loves that navy blue.
yeah yeah you're not wrong.
The Olympic teams. So
when we
that's probably just
when
the
we
whole
play in the
USA thing. They're like
Olympics
navy blue.
when we play soccer in the Olympics, we don't use our badge, do we?
Technically, I don't think so.
Like I don't think we use the like because this is U.S. Soccer Federation and that's
Yeah.
Olympic. Like I know it's all like the same, but like I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
think
we don't use this badge, which is interesting.
Oh yeah, because also on the men's side, it's technically kind of a U23 team, technically
Yeah,
speaking. So it's not even at the main team anyways. So
right.
it's weird. The Olympics are
But like
weird, but
there's
still watch it. Please
certain
watch it.
rules. There's still certain rules though, like certain like you can have like a couple of players that are
Older.
older. Yeah. I think that's always interesting
I
too,
don't get
like
it.
who's allowed to play and because they were talking about like Mbappe playing
Right?
in the Olympics and stuff like that. And
I'm
he's
like,
like,
he ain't
no,
doing that.
no, there's no
He
reason
might
for
be
Mbappe
eligible,
to.
but there's no way he was going to do that, right?
Well, like
Um,
half of me kind of understands it's
what I
in
will say, which
Paris,
is, mm, I mean, bringing home at Euros though,
right?
a little bit more important probably. Um, what I will say though, something that's very random to me is the fact that the women's side, I know they're still a little bit more infantile in terms of international competitions, but how the women's treat it more like an actual like European, like a big competition compared to the men. Where the men is a U23, the women's it's like a big deal. I don't know
It's
if I
actual
hate
squad,
it
yeah.
or like it, but I understand it, especially early on, given that there isn't really anything else for them. So there is no CONCACAF or like Gold Cup. There really hasn't been a women's Euros until recent years.
Didn't
I'm
we just
hoping
start a Gold
eventually
Cup?
we just started it this past year, and I can guarantee
Right.
you there's something with a CONMEBOL coming up for the women's side, or even like a mixed one between the U.S. and South America. So I don't think everyone has a team. So I think it's going to be shifted away to being a U23 team. I think that would be good for the women's names. Then your top people can not be gone from the
Right.
Olympics. Um, much, especially with the U.S. playing the counter that we play. But it just always kind of bothered me how there's that difference. But my guess here, probably the next few Olympics that will probably eventually change. That's my thoughts though.
Yeah.
But
No, you do have a good point because I've always thought that in my head. Like I never verbalized that, but now that you say it, I'm like, oh yeah, like I have always really, really cared about how the women's team does in the Olympics, and I've even when we made it to the Olympics, which it's been a while since we've qualified for Olympics as a men's team, I've still like
yeah,
been like, okay, they're in it, that's nice, but it's not the team.
right,
It's our own.
right.
Yeah,
Because like ones that I always think of was Mexico used to always tap their hat that they would always qualify for the Olympics as a big bunch or U23 team. They would do good in the World Cups for U23, whatever the Youth World Cup. They did like I think they got like a bronze for the last Olympics, and they touted that around. And then like, oh wait, you remember they played like against the Argentine U23s. So like you always that
yeah,
it's always that reminder in the back of my head, right? It's like, okay, so they actually didn't beat Japan or they actually didn't beat Argentina. They just beat their U23s, who are probably at the national team level, contributing more than teams in stats in the U23s. But yeah, it's always a fun little
yeah.
distinction and little reminder. But yeah, so but kit show off here. I forgot. I I gotta talk about my kit. This is the Canadian Maple Leaf inspired kit with little maple leaves everywhere. I love it. This is my favorite Canadian kit, as well as the Toronto Blue Jays hat for Canada Day. Because why should Toronto have a Independence Day hat for the country that they're not playing in? So this is their way to have it. So which Canada Day is July 1st, so we're right around the same time. So
That's kind of funny. I didn't realize that it was so close.
yeah, I don't know why, but it is. So it makes sense. And just like let's see, Canada Day. Yeah, July 1st. So yeah, which was funny how I think one time I saw a Toronto Blue Jays hat in like an American flag, and I was like, that
Oh,
doesn't make sense to me here.
funny story about that though, because I have that same hat that you have on, but I have the navy version. It's just navy with white Canada maple leaf, and but on the back, because this is when I
Mm-hmm.
worked at Lids, I stitched the American flag and the Canada flag on the two sides of it. So because I was trying to show like it's the MLS, but it's also Canada, not MLS, sorry, MLB. It's America, but it's also Canada. Like I was trying to like
Right,
represent both. Was my thought process
right.
behind it.
Do a little bit of both.
But that's it's a stupid
Hey,
hat. Like I don't
if
ever wear
if
it.
if if I would have moved there, that would have been a perfect hat for me. It would have had both
You're
flags on
welcome.
it.
Yeah. Do you wear 7 3/4?
Yeah, I do
Okay.
7 and 1/4 to 3/4. I'm kind of actually no,
Oh,
I'm not
one.
3/4. I'm 1/4. Sorry, so I have a tiny
Let's just say
head.
that's like you
I'm
you
one
named like
fourth.
5 different sizes between there because it's all about eighths. So you said 1/4 to
Yeah,
3/4. So that
yeah, no,
means
no,
that
no,
you're
no.
also
Sorry,
a
yeah,
3/8, a two
no,
fourths,
yeah, no,
a 5/8, and
yeah. So
judging you, bro. I'm judging you.
I I'm somewhere between a 3/8 um and a 7/8 and then a 1/4. Those are the three main ones that I can do. I can fit a smaller one, but it's tight on my head and I don't like that. So
No,
the
yeah,
1/4 is
definitely.
perfect.
Like this is a snapback, and this thing.
Hmm. Oh
I'm
my
on the
goodness.
the one the one piece right there. And the issue is, if you
Oh
ever notice
my gosh.
the bills that are smaller bills, usually they're actually more rectangular.
Yeah.
Um, they fit smaller. So anything by like Mitchell and Ness,
Yeah, I've seen those.
um, most new era snapbacks that have the The red stickers, most of those are that same way.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets hard for us big headed folk. But that's life.
Well, luckily, I don't have that issue. So,
Well, I do,
hey,
okay,
you
bro.
have hit all those brilliant kid ideas in your head.
And I feel like I'm so weird with like when I feel like I'm designing a kit or something like that because like I need inspiration for like that kit, and then I'm like, all right, I'm not doing like I feel like so many people can sit there and like just knock out like 40 different designs. I'm like, all right, here's my kit for
Oh
the
yeah.
next 3 years. You know, like
They're well.
see you in a couple more years. You know,
That's why they're the professionals and we are not. We're amateurs and we're
right?
judges, but you come to watch us judge other people's hard work because we like to do that.
I'm really good at judging people.
It's like you're a teacher or
Right? Yeah,
something.
I'm just teaching them. I'm not judging them. It's completely different.
Teaching them. Speaking about being a little different, if you want to stand out from the crowd and support us, please join our Patreons and join us on the Discord and follow us on all the socials to stay up to date when we do some fun stuff like this. I judge people judging others' hard work. That's the type of people that we need on that we want to support us on this show, as Michael says, that I judge people judging others' hard work. That is why y'all come here and watch us. So we wouldn't be
Here it
without
is.
you guys. So
I love us.
it it's even better because there's this weird internet thing going on with the Wi-Fi. So I
I
love it.
know
It
we're
just adds to it.
just slightly off the entire time. We're like, yeah, we love judging people and blah 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 blah. Yeah, yeah, me too.
Freeze frame, right, right. Uh,
It's like
hey,
let it
it
catch
just
up, let it catch up.
let it catch up, right? Hey, it's just a sign. It's Friday night. Go watch some Copa America. Okay, we got 3 minutes left, so there isn't a whole lot of Copa America left.
Right.
But
Well,
enjoy a
he's holding his
Friday
face.
night. What? Oh, he's on his face.
Says,
Oh yeah, he's hurt. He's down. Oh, his face. Ooh. Hey, at
"What
least he
me? I
does
didn't do
not have an.
nothing."
At least he does not have an Mbappe face. The mask yet.
I
We've not
know.
gone full CONCACAF with that.
I liked the mask that he chose, but apparently he can't wear that. The French mask, the one with the um,
No.
yeah. Apparently he's not allowed to wear that, and that makes me sad.
Whatever,
I feel like
UEFA.
he should be able to wear that. Like, what's wrong with it?
Right?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right? Right?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous in here.
Ridiculous. Speaking of what's not wrong, being sure to tune in to us next week in our next episode. Hopefully, I have lots of photos to share from my trip down in Texas, and all of y'all enjoy another great weekend of USL packed week as well. So
Yeah.
that is our show here tonight from the USL KitSZN team. I'm changing the brand because that's what the outro music is. We appreciate
Right.
y'all. Please stay tuned if we want to do this again. Any sort of special episodes, please let us know because we like creating videos, and I like talking with this guy, and
Yeah.
apparently you like hearing us talk as well. So
Somebody
let us
does.
know. Someone does, right?
Somebody loves me.
All
My
right, y'all.
mom, my wife.
Kids? Kids do?
Eh, right.
eh. You're still working on that part, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We've just taught them to like say like I love you and stuff like that. They still don't really say I love you,
Mm-hmm.
but they'll blow a kiss. It's like
Mm-hmm.
say I love you. They go, oh, okay, I love you too.
Mm-hmm. And that is to our fans as well. We love you, fans. We appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Friday night. And as I said, enjoy another great weekend of USL action. Stay tuned for next week's episode. Thanks, y'all, and have a great weekend.
Thank you for watching another episode of the USL Show.
The USL Show is now